Hey everyone, Shabim here and welcome back to the next episode, part 2 of our Wrestlekingdom pay-per-view. In this one we'll crown our Junior Heavyweight Champion, our Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, and our United States Champion as well. Big one. And here is our opening match of the evening, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Ricochet, Hiromu Takahashi, Kushida, and Tajiri Ishimori in a fatal 4-way elimination match. First of all then, we have got Tajiri Ishimori, one part of the LIJ stable, looking to get some gold early on in this universe mode. I think I was calling the wrong name, didn't I? Hiromu Takahashi. Didn't see him actually on it. He wasn't on Wrestle Kingdom this year, was he? Bit of a shame. He's a cracking wrestler. Next up then, we have got Kushida, absolute staple of the Junior Heavyweight division for many years, and looks to step up here as well. Next up then, we have got Ricochet, the man that gravity forgot. Well, that's Neville, isn't it? But still. Ricochet would be a fantastic first Junior Heavyweight Champion here for us. And finally then, we have got Tajiri Ishimori. Of course, now part of the Bullet Club stable. I'm going to have to see how we do this. I would imagine we'd use the up-to-date Bullet Club. Of course, we do have various other members, historical members of Bullet Club, but I feel like maybe just the standard Bullet Club would be enough for now. Maybe Bullet Club that are existent now, maybe the Elite as a separate stable, the Club as AJ Styles and Gallows and Anderson. That's probably the best bet, I think, isn't it? And that's what it's all for then, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. 4 men in the ring as the referee holds that belt up high. Takahashi, Kushida, Ricochet, and Tajiri Ishimori. The bell goes, we are underway. Yeah, fatal 4-way elimination here. So last man standing will walk away with the championship. Like I said, tonight we'll also have the Junior Tag Team Championships as well, as the Young Bucks take on reDragon. And then finally will be our fatal 4-way for the United States Championship. The 4 men that lost in the quarterfinals: Omega, Ishii, Cobb, and Chris Jericho. And then, of course, our final part of Wrestle Kingdom will coming up for you tomorrow, which will be the crowning of the Tag Team Champions, the crowning of the Intercontinental Champion, and the crowning of the overall IWGP Heavyweight Champion, and the winner of our G1 Climax Festival Tournament. So a lot of action for you. And then 205 Live's back. I know some people have mentioned where 205 Live is. I really wanted to just blitz this New Japan out the way this weekend, especially with Wrestle Kingdom being on. I thought I'd try and live off a bit of the hype. That was the plan. Boom, nice powerbomb there by Takahashi to the outside on Ishimori. So yeah, this is a massive roster, this one. Really, really big roster. Which is pretty big. Which is going to make things a bit more difficult. It means we're going to end up having quite a big pay-per-view to finish things off. I feel like like shabby Wrestle Kingdom, whatever it will be at the end of this universe mode, will have to be a bit longer than normal. Maybe extended to a 15 match card. Is that too excessive? We normally do 3, or is it 4? I think we normally do 4. Well, they got how many championships? Got 9 championships. That's the problem here. So fill it with 9 championships. You're gonna have to do quite a bit, aren't you? We'll have to pan it out. It's gonna be at least 12 match. It'll be at least 4-parter, isn't it? I think it's normally a 3-parter, so I think a 4-parter will probably be enough So that'll leave us with the 9 championship matches and then 3 extras, or we might do a bit extra. Might do like a pre-show style, yeah, like a pre-show style part. I know, we'll figure it out as we go. Takahashi, nice backdrop there on Ricochet. Ishimori now locking the arms in on Kushida, drops him in that big gutbuster, and Takahashi just drops on top of Kushida, just stealing Ishimori's pin, and it's not enough for the elimination on Kushida though. Takahashi now taking Ishimori up and slams him down in the Death Valley driver. There's the pin by Ishimori. 1. It's him by Takahashi, shall I say. And it's enough. There goes Ishimori. We're down to the final 3. It's Kushida, Ricochet, and Takahashi. Nice roll through there by Kushida. Drop kick to the back of the head of Ricochet. Ricochet back up to his feet now as taking Takahashi down with a Hurricane. The Hurricanrana, should I say. Nice running knee strike there by Takahashi. And Takahashi's in firm control of this match now. Spins Takahashi around. And Kushida now takes some control. I think they'd be looking to try and get the elimination here on Ricochet. Of course, Ricochet, a very, very dangerous name. We do have Ricochet, Will Ospreay now on the same roster. Something we've been talking about a bit in 205 Live, about having those 2 guys in the same roster for some sort of challenge. Maybe we can have look at Ricochet getting an opportunity at the Openweight Championship as well. I think Ricochet versus Ibushi for that would be fantastic. Maybe that could be our first championship match there and then. Like I said, I think the Openweight Championship is one that's going to be defended a bit more often than other ones. Only a 2 count. Ricochet now heads up to the top. Super kick attempt by Takahashi, caught by Kushida, and then a drop kick to the back of the head of Kushida. Nice clubbing blow to the back there by Takahashi. Kushida with a boot in the gut, now taking Takahashi up into the suplex. And now dropping a boot right in the back of the arm. Kushida now twisting the arm of Takahashi. Rolls him through in a Kimura and then locks it in seated wise. Very difficult for Takahashi to get out of this one. But he does have the free arm, and he does utilize that free arm. Stiff right hand there by Takahashi, the boot to the back of Kushida. Takahashi with the backbreaker. Ricochet with the boot and the gut of Kushida though. Another boot in the face as well. Kushida now looking for that boot in the face of... Oh no, Ricochet just missed everything. No, he finally goes for it again. He misses again. And Kushida takes him down. That was quite embarrassing there by Ricochet, to be honest with you. Really embarrassing. But Ricochet pops straight back up onto his feet, taking... Well, up onto his head, really, wasn't it? Taking Kushida down. Kushida fights back with the uppercuts. Now Ricochet up on his shoulders. And there is a nice air raid slam. Takahashi comes in and catches Kushida with a spinning heel kick. Submission locked in here by Takahashi. It's not enough. Running knee strike right in the face, and Kushida is down. Ricochet jumps on top for the count, and it's not enough for the 3. Takahashi managed to kick both of them in the shins. That was quite impressive. Kushida now taking Takahashi up into a suplex. And now there's the Kimura locked in now on Ricochet. Is Ricochet going to tap? Ricochet does tap. We're down to the final two. It's Takahashi versus Kushida. One of these two men will be the first IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion in our roster. A boot in the back of the head there by Kushida. Now dropping a boot in the back of the arm of Takahashi as well. Takahashi fighting back, went for the step in Saguri, but Kushida dodged it. Kushida now brings Takahashi back up. Scoops him up, but Takahashi slides free into a reverse suplex. Nice punch, the boots in the leg as well, and a spinning heel kick, but Kushida stays on his feet the whole way through. Drop kick to the knee. This time Kushida drops face first into the ground. Takahashi is in control now, sends Kushida back into the ring. Stiff forearm and then into a super kick. Double foot stomp. Went for the boot across the chest, but Kushida saves himself. Into the dragon screw. And Kushida now wrenching back of that arm. Kushida now backs away into the corner. Slamming the arm of Takahashi into the mat. Now stalking Takahashi. There's that massive right hand. Kushida heads up top. So he got planned. Went for the corkscrew. Takahashi avoids it, and look at the blood streaming from the face of Kushida. You can see how much these guys want it. Ducked underneath by Takahashi into a hurricanrana here on Kushida. Kushida now stalking Takahashi. Hooks the arm. Once again rolls it through for the second time in the match. Kushida locks Takahashi. Kushida locks Takahashi into that Kimura, but Takahashi able to break free. Kushida sends Takahashi to the outside, and oh, nice boot right to the side of the face. Kushida joins Takahashi on the outside. Both these guys desperate to become first champion here. Of course, we already know one of our champions is going to be Kota Ibushi as a never openweight champion. So this will be crowning our second champion in this universe. We're crowning 3 more champions just in this episode. Takahashi was taunting. Oh, Kushida was taunting. Takahashi caught him out. There we go. I finally got there in the end. Nice snap suplex there by Takahashi straight into the pin. Still only a 2 count. Takahashi brings Kushida back up to his feet. Went for the dropkick. Kushida avoided it into a big splash. And Kushida now... oh, nice. Locks the arms into a submission hold. Kushida's so good with submissions. Still not enough, though. Kushida stalking Takahashi. Hooks the arm once again. Rolls it through once again, but very close to the ropes, but locked in. Takahashi does tap, and we got our first junior heavyweight champion here in this universe mode. It is going to be Kushida. Who, of course, wrestled in a losing effort. No, I won't say it. I've already said it now, but there you go. I've said before, I will try and stay away from any Wrestle Kingdom spoilers in case you don't know them, but I will inevitably say something. I know I will. I know what I'm like. Kushida, though, fantastic here. Showcase not only his high-flying ability, but his fantastic technical ability as well to eliminate 2 men by submission. And Kushida is your first IWGP Heavyweight Champion in this New Japan Pro Wrestling Universe mode. There we go. Well done, Kushida. And here is our second match of the evening in the IWGP Heavyweight... Oh, that's a heavyweight. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships as the Young Bucks take on reDragon, or the Undisputed Era, if you will. And here we go, and the first people entering the ring is going to be the Elite. It's Matt and Nick Jackson. And their opponents then are going to be, of course, the Undisputed Era, or reDragon, if you will. Both these teams former Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions in New Japan. And a great way to start things off here. That's what it's for then. Wow, that's a really bad render, isn't it? It looked a lot better than that in the actual screen, but there we go. The IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. The referee holds them. It looked fine there. It's when it was zoomed in, it looked terrible. Hey-ho. It is the Young Bucks versus reDragon in a standard tag team match. I hate standard tag team matches in this game. Well, actually, I hate this game in general, to be honest, but I hate the standard tag team matches in this game. We're going to give it a go. We're going to see how things go. Hopefully, it's going to be an okay match. Nothing dodgy going on. This game still needs so much work. They're just simple things. Simple things. Like, I know for a fact that whoever wins this championship is probably going to get stripped every week because the game decides it doesn't want people who are... A championship that's not officially on the game to actually be champions. It's really weird. If that makes sense. Obviously, there's 8 championships you're allowed in a universe now. 8. Is it 8 or is it 6? I don't remember now. You're allowed so many championships anyway. And 1 over. So this is not actually officially on the show. So because there is a way I can fix it, actually, isn't there? I'll fix it. Won't be a problem. I'll fix it, honestly. You just have to create a second show with the championship on. It's a real weird way of doing it, but it doesn't work that way. I'm blabbering on. I do apologise. So I'm thinking out loud. Matt Jackson with the elbow right in the gut of Bobby Fish. So it's an interesting little competition, this one. We've got some interesting teams fighting for this championship. We've got best friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent. For these 2 teams, and I'm sure we'll figure out a few more as well. Even stuff like Takahashi and Bushi from LIJ could fight for this. There's potentially a team from Suzuki Gun as well. There's a lot of different teams we can use. There's Roppongi 3K. So a lot of teams we could use. Went for the super kick there, Matt Jackson, but O'Reilly ducked it, and now O'Reilly's catching Matt Jackson. Of course, going to have their own show soon, aren't they? All Elite Wrestling. Matt and Nick Jackson along with Cody. That's going to be interesting how that pans out. Obviously being financed by the owner of Fulham, Shalik Khan. Which should be interesting. Running forearm there by Kyle O'Reilly. Boot right in the back of Matt Jackson. Brings Matt back up to his feet. Boot once again as Bobby Fish makes way back up to the apron. Nice brainbuster. Into the pin he goes. 1, 2. Kicked out by Matt Jackson. Kyle O'Reilly now stalking Matt Jackson. But Matt saw it coming. Rolls O'Reilly through there, up on his shoulders. O'Reilly slides at the back into reverse DDT. O'Reilly in control. Brings Matt Jackson back up to his feet before throwing him to the outside. Gonna follow him out there. I'm quite sure it's the right idea. I would have stayed in the ring myself, to be honest. Referee up to the 2 count. O'Reilly fights back with the right hand, looking for another one, but Matt Jackson just punting him back, throws him straight into the apron. Matt Jackson going for a pile driver on the outside. Wow, brutal that was. He's going to throw him right into Nick Jackson again. Let's get back in the ring. Oh my god, this game! Oh! They're back in. It's just such a stupid game, it's unbelievable. There's so many stupid things, so many glitchy... Oh. The AI is shocking. Is that sharpshooter here locked in by Matt Jackson on Kyle O'Reilly. And Kyle is able to break free. Matt now throwing Nick into the corner. Matt throwing Kyle into the corner to Nick. And they're going to go for this combination buckle bomb super kick. Right to the back of the head. But Kyle O'Reilly's back in control. Brainbuster on Nick Jackson. Not enough though. O'Reilly stalks Nick Jackson now. Takes him into a front guillotine. Boom, he's down. Will he tap? His partner should have come in to break it by now, to be honest with you, but no. Nick showing his strength and just power him through. That's a dragon screw there by Kyle O'Reilly on Nick Jackson. 1. Only a 1 count. Gonna need some more work yet. In comes Bobby Fish to continue the work. Nick Jackson, big elbow to the back. Fish back up Jackson with a heel kick. Into a big German, but Bobby Fish just springs out. Boot to the back of the head of Nick Jackson. Fish now gator rolling Nick Jackson around. Before locking in this crossface submission. And reDragon do look to be in control of this match now. Just running knee strike there by Bobby Fish as well. Hulk Hogan style leg drop by Nick Jackson. And there's the head scissors. Pretty slow going match this now. Not a lot of action. Bobby Fish with the boot in the gut now looking for the exploder, but instead it's a quick roll up here by Nick Jackson. It's only a 2 count. Another quick roll up by Nick Jackson. 1. Only a 1 count this time. Nick trying his best to steal the victory. Bobby Fish though rolling Nick Jackson through into a knee bar. He's not going to tap, is he? Well, Matt should have come in and saved it by now, to be honest with you, but no. Nick Jackson being distracted here. It's Adam Cole now getting in the mind of Nick Jackson, allowing Bobby Fish to come behind and drop him in a shin breaker, then into a backdrop. Fish now sends Nick Jackson to the corner. Kyle O'Reilly has a hold of him as big chop there by Bobby Fish. Jackson just flattens through Fish now. Now wrenches him into that camel clutch submission. Fish breaking free though. And dropping Nick Jackson face first on that top rope. Nick fighting back with a boot in the gut and then nice springboard tornado DDT on Bobby Fish. Brings Fish back up to his feet once again. And then Nick just dropping Fish to the outside. Nick Jackson here up on the top rope. It's the wisest thing to do. Nice though. Frog splash style crossbody, but he's done a lot of damage to himself in the process. You see Adam Cole bringing Nick Jackson back up. Getting right in his face. Oh, Nick Jackson cheap shot. Catching Adam Cole, who sprung right into the announce table. Back in the ring they go. Nick Jackson with Bobby Fish. Front chanted by Fish. Takes Jackson up into a snap suplex. Big knee strike there by Nick Jackson. Again, Adam Cole getting right in the face of Nick Jackson, allowing Bobby Fish to catch him into a belly-to-belly slam. Fish now has Nick Jackson locked in a crossface. He needs to be bigger to try and finish his match off, doesn't he, really? Goes to that jumping forearm. Nick Jackson avoids it. Nick Jackson now sending him into the corner. Nice running knee strike into a running bulldog. And again, another running knee strike. And again, another running bulldog. Nick Jackson, firm control, I said, as he gets rolled through. Nick Jackson looking for that super kick, but Fish caught him, looking to try and get hold of that knee once again. So back and forth at the moment. You gonna tag or you just stare at him? Nah, just stare at him, mate. Don't worry about it. Why is this game like this? Do something. Don't just stare at him. Do something. 1 year later. What? That was just shocking, wasn't it? Absolute shocking. This bloody game, eh? Super kick missed by Nick Jackson. Straight to the running forearm by Bobby Fish. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Right hand by Nick Jackson. There's the super kick. But again, Adam Cole distracting Nick Jackson so he doesn't go for the pin. Fish straight back up into a Samoan drop. Fish now boot right across the chest of Nick Jackson to get straight back up there, hitting the running drop kick. So the problem with these tag team matches is that they're just so bloody slow. There's some fast momentum. And it has been such a long match. I think I might just stick with Tornado, to be honest, because I don't get on with these standard tag team matches. I really don't. They're just too slow. They're tedious and they're very, very buggy. Very buggy. Crossface now locked in by Bobby Fish on Nick Jackson. Dead center of the ring. But Nick was able to break free. Roll through by Bobby Fish into the knee bar. Right in the corner of reDragon. And he does tap. And there we go. reDragon, or the Undisputed Era, will become our first tag team champions here. Matt Jackson, for some reason, didn't even bother coming in to try and break the submission. He was done and dusted, wasn't he? He couldn't be bothered. Interesting match. Like I said, a very long one. Had some interesting moments. But the management of Adam Cole was fantastic. Really managed to change the match in his team's favour on quite a few occasions. Really got in the face of Nick Jackson. But there we go, your first Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions in this universe mode are going to be reDragon. Dancing away crazily. This is such a weird championship motion. I don't remember this one. It's that why have they got the bloody New Days? Oh my god, this game, can it get any more broken? Why on earth have they got the New Days Championship? Oh my god. Why is it so broken? 2K and Ukes just bakes them in the bloody works. And here we go, here's our main event of the evening then. It is going to be the IWGP United States Championship. Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega, Jeff Cobb, and Tomohiro Ishii. And here is then Kenny Omega. I believe wasn't he the first ever United States Champion anyway? Am I right? I might be wrong. Next up, they've got someone who's been very impressive so far in this tournament, and that is Jeff Cobb. Unfortunately, the only match he's lost so far was the all-important one in the quarterfinals, but it still gives him a chance here to walk away United States Champion. Next up then is Alpha Club himself, Mr. Chris Jericho. Was lucky to get into the quarterfinals, to be honest with you, but lost on the quarterfinals as well. But still a great chance for him to walk away United States Champion. Next up then, Tomohiro Ishii. Again, looks very, very strong in the group stages of the competition, but unfortunately losing in the quarterfinals, which gives him the chance to be here in this United States Championship match. And that's what it's for then. Again, that looks really rough there, doesn't it? It just seems to load properly in that screen. It looks really rough there as well. But then now, it looks good. I don't know. I've had this a lot with championships before. You save them, they look absolutely great when you go into the championship editing screen. Then when it brings them up on that large screen there, they just seem to distort the picture. It's really weird how it happens, but there you go. Right, so fatal four-way elimination once again. And at the end, one of these four men will be our first United States champion. But who is it going to be? I mean, any one of these four men will be a fantastic United States champion, to be honest with you. I was going to say three of them from the United States, but they're not, are they, really? Two of them are from Canada, Jericho and Omega. One of them are from the United States, in Jeff Cobb, and then, of course, Ishii being Japanese. At the moment, it's the two Canadians, Omega and Jericho in the middle of the ring. It's heavily rumoured that Omega may have just left New Japan after Wrestlekingdom. His deal apparently done with. I mean, WWE are rumoured to have made him an offer he cannot refuse. And apparently, well, there's also rumours that All Elite Wrestling might be trying to pick him up as well. That would be, if you want to get, like, TV, which they're looking for a massive TV deal with a big American company is what they're looking for. If they want to get that and they want big names, then I reckon All Elite Wrestling have got to try their hardest to try and lock Omega in. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it would be a big, big deal if they could. They need to get some big names in, don't they? I think that would be the big thing for them. They need to try and... I guess the thing is, if TNA are taking a lot of people on open contracts, if they can nick some big TNA names, and they probably can do, because the Bucks have worked in the industry now for quite some time. They've worked on independent wrestling for quite some time, and they really do build up some rapport with a lot of different people. So it'll be interesting what sort of names that All Elite Wrestling do bring in. Pin here by Ishii in the middle of the ring on Jeff Cobb. Are in there for a 2 count. Wow, Omega a slap in the face of Jericho into the mat and then a big jumping knee strike as well. Ishii taking Cobb up. Into the brainbuster. And Omega jumps straight on top. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Cobb back up at his feet, sends Ishii to the outside, then Cobb grabs Jericho, slides free into the reverse DDT on Cobb. Jericho now. That's reverse neck breaker as well, but Ishii with the boot in the head of Jericho, back up on his feet and just plows through him like a freight train. Cobb now wrenching away at the neck of Jericho. Back of the head first into the mat, now bringing Jericho back up to his feet. There's a pin by Omega on Cobb. It was only a 2. I thought that was a 3. Code breaker there by Jericho, though, on Ishii. There's a pin once again. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. As Omega takes Cobb up on his shoulders. 1 wing angel. For the 1, 2, and the 3. So Jeff Cobb has been eliminated. We're down to our final 3. I was surprised I thought Cobb might have a sneaky chance of winning this one, you know. Been so good recently. Nice uppercut there by Omega in the back of Ishii, but Ishii fighting free. Ishii now have Omega up on his shoulders. Ishii now brings Omega back up to feet. Omega pushing Ishii away though. Ishii now have Omega. Has him wrenched by the hair. Omega, the big elbows into the gut of Ishii. That's forearm by Ishii as well. Jericho clubbing blow across the back of the pair of them. It's always a bit sloppy when it's a triple threat, isn't it? Omega back up dragon screw on Ishii. Just wrenching that knee out of the socket. Omega now bringing Jericho back up to his feet. A couple of big clotheslines. Super kick by Omega. Omega brings Jericho back up to his feet then. Over the top he goes. Clubbing blow, and it looks like Omega's going to join Jericho. On the outside, on the apron, drops in spine first. Omega sends Jericho back into the ring. Jericho back up on his feet. Jericho now quick dragon suplex. And Ishii with the headbutts as well. For Jericho now trying to roll Omega. And he does, rolls him into the walls of Jericho, dead center of the ring. Ishii just stands to one side and allows it to happen. But Omega breaks free. Ishii now catching Omega with a boot in the gut. Up he goes. Into a brainbuster. That could be the end of Kenny Omega. It is. Kenny Omega eliminated. Ishii and Jericho now won. These two men will become the first United States champion in this roster. Jericho with the forearm. Ishii sends Jericho back into the ring. Ishii now gonna head to the top. This seems like a risky move. Very high risk for Ishii. Not very well known up there. Goes to the big elbow. Jericho avoids it. Brings Ishii back up to his feet. Jericho sends him over the top. And Jericho bringing Ishii back in with that DDT. Wow. Ishii just flops into the ring. Just a dead weight. Jericho now stalks Ishii. Codebreaker. That's got to be enough. It's got to be enough. There's the pin. 1, 2, and no, Ishii kicked out. Jericho clothesline, shoulder block. Over the top he goes. Heads up to the top. Now Jericho looking for the double axe handle. Brings Ishii back up to his feet. Now looking for it. He's got him locked. Can he roll him? He does. Perfect positioning. Rolls Ishii over. Ishii bleeding profusely, but still has the leg strength. No, he doesn't. It looked like he had the leg strength to break free, but Jericho had even more leg strength to put the more pressure on, and Ishii had no choice but to tap. And Chris Jericho is going to be your first New Japan Pro Wrestling IWGP United States Champion. Wow. What a match that was. And Chris Jericho comes out on top at the end. Surprised me a little bit that I wasn't expecting Jericho to come out on top of that. I mean, Jericho's a good wrestler, don't get me wrong, but I was expecting, I don't know, I felt like a Mega would be the favourite, but of course Mega was the second man eliminated. And Jericho did so well, the code breaker there on Ishii was only enough for the 2 count, but then that Walls of Jericho was enough to finish things off. And there we go, Chris Jericho is your IWGP United States Champion. He's got the belt. See, look, the belt looks good again now. I know it's a bit more far away, like, but that zooming in thing just does not look good, does it? But there we go. End of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do hit a like and, of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. Of course, tomorrow will be the final part of our Wrestle Kingdom pay-per-view. Final 3 matches will crown the Tag Team Champions, the Intercontinental Champion, and the IWGP Heavyweight Champion as well. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for third and final part of Wrestle Kingdom. Bye.
The one, two,